I guess winter has arrived. Oh my goodness. No, it wasn't too bad yesterday. We had a snow squall watch for a while, and then it became a warning last night. We didn't really get a whole lot. By the time I went to bed, when I woke up this morning, we'd been dumped on. So we're still under snow squall warning. It's all around us. But the nature of squalls is they're localized, they're not widespread. So at one point we may get them, and another point, they'll be north of us or south of us, and then another one will come along. I actually had the sun come out a couple times while I was out, and it's starting to snow again. So I had to go out and get milk, and our department was out a couple times yesterday for single vehicle rollovers, both of them, 2 different places. So I kind of thought maybe last night the roads were freezing up. It was within a couple hours I had the 2 calls, and then another one this morning. Apparently seems to have been a little bit worse. So the call came into a single car off the road into the trees, and apparently there was a bus involved, and I'm guessing a hydro pole because they requested hydro show up. So I went out. First thing I did, stop at Timmy's, and I noticed while I was there that the police were closing the highway off. The fire trucks were blocking the highway, but it's officially closed now. They got the signs up. And so I went for a tour. I went down the Squiggly Trail. Unless this melts, it's probably the last time I'll be going through. It's colder now. It was right at the freezing mark, 0 degrees, 32 Fahrenheit. So the snow is not quite as wet as it was. It's pretty fluffy. So it wasn't too difficult to drive through, but it's getting packed down. It's going to be a really rough ride. And I don't want to overstress the motor trying to push through that. So it's probably my last time going through. But it was fun going through it anyways. Took a lot of battery power. Took me down to my last 2 bars going through there. But I enjoyed it anyway. And it's pretty much typical of what's happening with the monster right now. And those last 2 bars just last forever. Well, not forever, but a long time. I always blast other people for saying that, but so I decided to be down past the park. It's just beautiful scenery right now with the snow, and I stopped down at the dam. I didn't want to pull into a spot where I'd have to try to back up because the snow's pretty deep right now. I don't want to have to get off and push, so I just kind of pulled under the shelter there. I took my break. And then when I came out, I left. I took the levelest route back out, because I was going to try to go back up the hill through the snowbank again. I'd probably get stuck doing that. So I took a little extra distance, come up on a bit of an angle. Less likely I'd get stuck. The one thing I noticed when I was down at the park is there's still the trees that have leaves on them. Looking at the willow trees across the street, the weeping willows, they still have their leaves on it. And right beside that shelter, there's a big oak tree. It's still got it looks like all of its leaves. Some of them are even still green. Most of them are green and yellow, but some of them are actually still just green. So, I don't know. Trees are weird. When I used to go to Allen Park in the wintertime, there's some trees out there, I don't know what they are. Their leaves will turn yellow, but they'll stay on, they won't drop. They'll stay on the tree all winter, and then in the spring they'll drop them and start growing new ones. It's weird. And growing up, we had a mulberry tree in our backyard, and that tree was kind of weird too. The leaves never changed color. They'd stay green, but as soon as we got a heavy frost, it would drop them all in like an hour or two. They just all fall off at once. It was really weird. But it's kind of interesting how different trees react to changing seasons. So, Michelle spilled my drink last night, so accidentally. So she bought Timmy's. She wanted me to bring her own one and grab one for myself, so I had to go back to Timmy's a second time. And on my way there, somebody stopped me and told me my front wheel was blowing off. Which is what it actually looks like. I said, oh, it's okay, it's just the bearings. So I got worried. It's the top bearings were shot, and I got worried what would happen with the bottom one. So I got thinking about it. I was looking at my video where I was showing it wobbling, and both of them are gone. So there's no bearings in there whatsoever anymore. That's probably why it's on such an angle. But it does look like the wheel's falling off. So I thanked him for letting me know. I said, no, it's just the bearings. But thank you. So I get over to Timmy's drive-thru, and I noticed the highway's still closed out there. So, but call came in as single vehicle, cars off the road into the trees. Well, when the fire department got there, they reported car into a bus. That's two completely different things. But I'm thinking there was a power pole involved in it, because they requested hydro show up. And for the highway to still be closed now, it's probably a couple hours anyway, so it must have been pretty good crash. So that kind of sucks. I hope everyone's alright. I know they took someone to the hospital, but hopefully everybody's not too injured. Minor injuries. So that's the whole time I was out. It's on my mind. When I get home, I got some snow clearing to do. So I normally wait until everything's done, but it's just like I said before, it's like it looks like we're getting snow all week, so no, I do what I can now. And like I say, it's not super heavy wet snow, so it shouldn't be too much. But it's going to be an interesting winter, because I just don't have the energy to do this. So I figure, well, I'm going to do this when I get back, so if I don't get it complete, and it's going to take everything I have anyway, so I'm just going in the house from here. So I'm going to, I think I saw, I thought I saw a snow brush in here, because I kind of want to clean off Zach's car first, because I clear this all up, and then Zach's going to come out, go to work, and brush off his car, make another big pile of snow. So I figured I'd do that first, but all I see is a car wash brush. I swear I saw a snow brush in here somewhere. Yeah. Once I finish recording this, take the camera out of my hand, and I'll take another look. There's a corn broom, but I don't really want to do that. I don't want to scratch his car. And I don't want to use his car wash brush, get that all frozen, because it's soft bristle. Get them all wet and frozen. Not good for it. So I can't do a real super good job because Zach's car's in the way, but I'm going to do what I can. The first thing I got to do is untangle this cord. That's one of the reasons I wanted to get everything done, moved. Because I needed to get this cord out for the snow blower. But I guess it's time. I guess that's all I got. I can't think of anything else that really happened while I was out. It was a nice drive. Like I say, it's at the freezing mark. It's not super cold or anything. It's too cold for me to do any work out here. Like work on the monster type thing. But I have a feeling by the time I'm finished dealing with the snow, I'm going to be sweating. So, at least at the moment, the snowplow's already gone by and he dropped salt. So yeah, the road's melted, so I don't have to worry about a snowplow coming by and leaving me another snowbank when I'm done. For now, until we get more. Anyway, that's all I got for this one. So, time to start clearing the snow. I got it done. Oh my goodness. I think it's kinda I don't know if you call it enthusiasm, being it's the first time I've done it, but I wasn't stopping until I either collapse or finish. Oh. I started with the blower. It's not going to work. The ground is still too soft. It's grabbing the grass. And even even pushing it with my foot, it just wasn't working. So I had to resort to the shovel. Which in this case, it turned out to be less work. So, clean off Zach's car, I was really careful not to set the alarm off. I was being really gentle with it. So I got that done. Exposure's changing. I'm turning orange. Orange man, bad. So, I had the curb cleaned up. That was kind of my main concern, really. All the leaf debris and dirt and everything that's collected there. Once that freezes, it's not going anywhere. It's going to be a real pain. So I got that cleaned up, and that is so heavy. So now I have a snowbank full of that crap. And I started throwing it as far up into the yard as I could. Because it's get it out of the way, it's going to be in a permanent place till spring. And I won't have to deal with it again. Because like I say, once it freezes, it's just not going anywhere. The blower won't even touch that. So, problem with using a shovel is it kills my back. I'm bent over while I'm shoveling, and it's I've had a wonky back since I was a teenager, so you know, I'm used to that. I know what I can and can't do, and even things that I can't normally do, I can do for a short period or something. Yeah, shoveling snow for some reason, it hurts like crazy, but for some reason I'm able to. Even way back when my back was a real problem for me. Like I say, it hurts. I get angry because of the pain, which makes me throw the snow harder, which makes the pain worse. It's just a cycle that keeps going until I decide, okay, enough, take a break. So I switched to a smaller shovel, so you know, the loads will be lighter. The problem with that is I have to bend over even farther because it's got such a short handle. But I got it done. So I had to get this finished, started at least. Clean up what we've got. If I remember correctly, we have an actual storm coming. Because this is from the lake. All the snow we've got so far has been from the lake. We haven't had any actual snowstorms. Any storm system that came through was rain. So, including last night was kind of interesting. Because I think it was a cold front that came through. It was a sharp line. Yeah, it was pretty good rain. And we actually got some thunder from it, which was kind of unexpected. So, I'm sitting at the computer, and all of a sudden I see a bright flash in my window, and my first thought was lightning. And before that thought even came out, kaboom! So it was a pretty close strike. So I was talking to Cody last night. They got thunder there too up in Hanover. So, but that was just that one. That's the only time I saw lightning. Only time I heard thunder. And then as it was clearing out, the snow squalls were starting in behind it. You know, Lake Superior and Lake Michigan were already blowing onto land at that time. Because our system was coming from the southwest, heading northeast. And at the same time, the squalls were coming in on an angle like this. It was like there was rotation there or something. It was really weird. But like I say, last night we didn't get much. So, like evening. By the time I went to bed, we hadn't had much. This all fell from the time I went to sleep till 8 o'clock this morning, something like that. Whenever it was, I woke up. Yeah, just like I figured. Now I'm sweating. But I'll have to look again, because like I say, there's just snow, all kinds of snow forecasted for this week. I'll have to look again, but I'm pretty sure I heard there was an actual storm coming. Which means more snow, but it will be probably light fluffy snow. It won't be wet snow like this. Because this hasn't traveled very far. It comes from the lake. It's up in the air, turns into snow, and then falls. 30 miles, 40 miles maybe. So it hasn't had a whole lot of time to freeze. So it's really wet and heavy. I just hope we don't get snow often. We get a lot of snow, that's fine, just not often. Give me a few days in between till I can recover. And like last year, it was like, you know, I just finished and all of a sudden we got more snow, I gotta do it again. It got to be too much. I gave up on it. And when I gave up, that's when it stopped coming. So, maybe I should give up now. Okay, I'm not shoveling any more snow this year. Maybe we won't get any. I wish it worked that way. That would be nice. Oh my goodness. I'm sweating now. I gotta go in before I start shivering. Because now that I'm not moving, I can start cooling off, and I'm wet, so I can almost feel the shiver starting to come. So I guess that's all I got. I probably won't go out for a few days now. This is my activity, because all my projects, my daily projects are, like I've said before, I get one good project a day. That one good project is kind of, covering 2 or 3 days now. So, and this is going to give me a lot of issues. I'm going to have to take my restless leg medication, because that combats muscle knots, which I know I'm going to get sometime tonight, probably as soon as I go to bed. My legs will start cramping up, my ankles. So, but I gotta wait until I'm actually ready to sleep, because I have noticed that medication only seems to work for about 15 to 20 minutes. And then I have to take another, so I have to wait till I'm almost asleep so I can get to sleep before the leg cramps start. Possible I can get woke up from them. I have had that happen before. I woke up to an ankle cramp. I was like, ow! But only once that I can think of. So I have to take a look at the blower. I might have to do something with the wheel. I don't know why they got tiny little wheels on it. They're useless. The one wheel doesn't seem to want to spin, and that's really not helping it any as far as pushing it. So I might get a sheet of plastic or something and make skis for it. It doesn't need wheels. Wheels are good in the summer. It should have sliders on it, not wheels. Especially tiny little wheels like that. Little 4-inch wheels. So, anyway, that's all I got, guys. I go in and relax now.